Daniel Franklin, Megachange, The World in 2050. Imagine a world with 9 billion people, a shifting global power balance, and unparalleled progress in several areas, alongside disruptive changes and challenges. Megachange, The World in 2050, by Daniel Franklin presents a compelling exploration of the transformative trends that will define our future. This book summary offers insights into crucial demographic shifts, urbanization, the evolution of gender roles, new health challenges, advancing technology, and the development of religion, politics, and more. As society ventures into the unknown, understanding these transformations will equip us better to navigate a rapidly changing world.
Megachange, the future of the world. The world's population took 250,000 years to reach 1 billion, but only 2 centuries to reach 7 billion. This rapid acceleration is a megachange, and looking at current trends, several factors will shape the world by 2050. Populations will grow and age, and disruptive change will occur. The East is rising, which will shift global power. Although negative changes will arise, progress in many areas will continue. The future of demographic trends. By 2050, the global population is projected to reach 9 billion, mostly driven by an increase in population in Africa. The population will also become more urbanized, with 70% of the world's population living in cities. Demographic changes will lead to economic growth and social pressures, with the aging population slowing growth and creating new health challenges. Women's positions will differ based on their access to education, while the gap between rich and poor will depend more on education than location. New technologies and cures will also emerge. The world of 2050. The book predicts that by 2050, the world will become globally connected through crowdsourcing and networked communication, constantly threatening privacy and creating new data for governments and businesses. Cloud computing will revolutionize data storage, and people will fight to protect their privacy. While globalization and technology will impact cultures, the world's tastes will remain local. Democracy will face challenges and nations will operate under pressure to fulfill their promises to citizens. Finally, climate change will significantly transform the world, and China will play a crucial role in determining how we respond to it. The future of the global economy. The world economy is changing rapidly, and the predictions about developing economies have been too pessimistic. As emerging countries like Brazil and China continue to grow, they will lose their edge as labor markets, and the more their wages rise, the fewer jobs and processes will be outsourced to them. While globalization will coincide with Asia's re-emergence as the dominant force in the world economy, the secularization of the world will eventually happen. As the economy globalizes, so will innovation, and booming developing economies will generate innovation instead of providing only labor or raw materials. However, the world will face at least one major economic crash prior to 2050. Warfare will level out as the relative strength of the US as the remaining superpower will shrink. The world economy will become more level worldwide, and the gap between rich and poor nations will shrink owing to the educated workforce and improved government policies. The future of science and technology. The world in 2050 will witness a profound transformation driven by advancements in biology and mobile technology. While the field of chemistry will dwindle in relevance, nanotechnology and information technology will revolutionize the way we manipulate life. Genetic analysis will help identify susceptibility to diseases, while studies of human genetics may reveal new insights on racial disparities. Mapping the brain will provide a clearer understanding of humanity's true nature and its philosophical implications. Additionally, global scientific inquiry will become more culturally diverse as emerging nations develop their own scientific tools. The use of technology will continue to grow as it becomes more accessible and affordable. Wireless sensor technology will change economics and social structures, closing information gaps and leveling the world economy. The future is bright, with cheaper goods and services, a focus on sustainability, and a world that is always on. The limitations of prediction. While planning for the future is important, historical evidence suggests that most predictions do not come true. The reason is that changes tend to be incremental rather than sudden bursts, making it difficult to anticipate disasters. The author advises readers to view predictive warnings skeptically and be cautious about their own predictions.
As we approach 2050, Megachange, The World in 2050, serves as a roadmap to the sweeping changes the world will face and a reminder of humanity's ability to adapt in the face of such transformations. The summary highlights significant shifts in demography, rapidly evolving communication technologies, implications of globalization, and economic dynamics of the emerging nations. It also discusses developments in science, technology, health, and the potential impact on religion and politics. As we embrace a future defined by unprecedented megatrends, this book urges readers to cultivate a healthy mix of skepticism and optimism while keeping their minds engaged and eyes firmly on the horizon as humanity enters uncharted territories.